Once upon a time, in a peaceful countryside, there lived a horse named Henry. Henry was known for his striking appearance and strong build, but he had one major flaw: he was incredibly lazy. While the other horses in the village plowed the fields, carried heavy loads, and helped their owners with various tasks, Henry would often be found lying under a tree, basking in the sun. Henry's owner, a kind farmer named Mr. Johnson, had tried to motivate him in various ways, but nothing seemed to work. Mr. Johnson would offer him carrots and apples, pat him gently, and even give him encouraging words. But Henry remained unmoved. One day, a neighboring farmer, Mr. Davis, approached Mr. Johnson with a proposal. He had heard of Henry's laziness and suggested a race between Henry and his own horse, Lightning. The race would be a test to see who was the faster and stronger horse. Mr. Johnson hesitated but agreed to the race, hoping that the competition would finally motivate Henry to overcome his laziness. The day of the race arrived, and the whole village gathered to watch. As the race began, Lightning raced ahead, leaving Henry far behind. Henry, however, seemed unbothered. He continued at his own leisurely pace, eating grass along the way. Despite Lightning's impressive speed, he couldn't maintain it for the entire race. He soon tired and slowed down. To everyone's surprise, Henry, who had been slowly and steadily moving forward, overtook Lightning and crossed the finish line. The villagers were astonished. They couldn't believe that the lazy horse had won. Mr. Johnson was equally surprised but realized that sometimes slow and steady progress could lead to success. From that day on, Henry's laziness transformed into a reputation for being the horse with incredible patience and perseverance. He continued to do his work diligently, and Mr. Johnson and the villagers learned an important lesson: it's not always about being the fastest, but about being persistent and consistent in one's efforts. The moral of the story is that success doesn't always come from being the fastest or strongest. Persistence, patience, and steady effort can lead to victory, even for those who may seem lazy at first.